Good day to you all. Welcome to the Gnostic Sphere. I am Michael, and today we're going to be talking about the Metaxic's monad, an integral and vital part of the meta-programming protocol of the Fifth Way Mystery School. What is that strange sounding name, word of a name called the Metaxic's monad? Well, basically, it's a monad is a singularity, or a distillation of into one thing, and a metaxics, beyond an axle, or basically it's all spaced in time. You can connect. It's both inside and outside of all space and all time. You can, the adept, the proper use of this creation of sacred space, you can, it's quite potent. And anyway, it's the first thing you want to learn in creating a magic circle, Fifth Way Mystery School style, into the 21st century style of magic. Now, what it does is follow the rules or formula of Kabbalistic magic, in the sense that it uses the four worlds and the secrets of the Tetragrammaton in its construction. The four worlds of Kabbalah being the divine realm, the creative realm, the formative world or formative realm, and the physical. In Hebrew they are Atziluth, Bria, Yetzira, Asiya. Heavenly, or God, archangelic, astral, and etheric, and the fourth of the physical realm, the material universe. Now here is a model that's about 15 years old and has lost a fight with a cat some years back, of what you're going to have basically in the astral when the completion or properly completed M.P.P, meta-programming protocol, and the Metaxic's monad. Now, it's a pentagram ritual, and the secret fifth invoking pentagram above it all is the Shekinah El, using that name, the Shekinah El, but there's no archangelic equivalent that we use in the ritual, and it's just bringing in the divine presence and vivifying this whole structure. And you'll notice that we have the black is octahedron, alright, and the little white spheres in the center of that. There's one on each face of the octahedron, four on the top, and those four on the bottom, and then there's four in the middle that repeat, or four in the middle. So basically, that's from the God names that we're going to be vibrating. Yod He Vav He, the Tetragrammaton, and again, we're doing this in the same order that you would create it. So we start with the divine, which is the God names, and you'd make the pentagram first, and then project the vibration of the God name into the structure. Unlike where in the SERP, or a lot of other people do it, they'll vibrate the God name as they're cutting into the astral and making a pentagram, a flaming blue pentagram. You can get all the details of the hows and whys. I'm just going over this. I've only got 10 minutes, so I gotta make it quick. So I'm going to talk fast. You can go over it later. Go to fifthwaymysteryschool.org and go to the bottom of the page, hit continue, and then you'll see an index, the index HTML, and you'll see Fifth Way Mystery School exercises, and you'll want to look at those, all of those, and the meta-programming protocol in particular. Now, so you've got the four pentagrams and pentagons, and then the secret hidden fifth one here, but it basically vivifies that and keeps it going. And these four pentagons, you've got four here, and it will eventually hook up with the SERP. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. The SERP is the supreme invoking ritual, the pentagram, and it has 8 different pentagons. So you got the 8 from the SERP plus the 4 from this one, plus the hidden fifth. Remember, but it doesn't have a god. I mean, it's only got a god name. It doesn't have an archangelic presence. So um, it's there, but we're not counting it in this sense because it links up. These 4 pentagons link up in pentagrams with the other 8 in the SERP to make what? 4 plus 8 is 12, and that's why in the SERP you have a dodecahedron. You know, at the very end of it, you know, a round about me spins the dodecahedron, and I alone in the center. All right. That's where we are with that. So anyway, you've got then when you do 4 god names on each 4 corners, which is Yod-He, Vav-He, Adonai, Ehyeh, and Agalah in the north. And that will create, along with these in the center, the truncated pyramids. You've got 6 truncated pyramids in the distance between the cube in the center and the cube on the outside. You know, 1 for each face. And a truncated pyramid is just a pyramid cut in half. Just think of it like that. And you can see the distance between the inner cube and the outer cube. You know, the inner cube here and the outer cube. See the sides. How it this area here, this area here, this area right in here. See our truncated pyramids. You've got the angles here, and then here, and then here, and going on this makes that truncated pyramid, which was filled by the archangelic or briatic energies invoked by the archangels. Now, again, to get back to the god names, there's 4 of them, 4 letters each, 4 elements, with the 5th secret realm, 1. You've got 16 total letters, but only 8 are only 8 actual individual letters used. Then there's another 4 that are duplicated, and then just those letters that you use, the gematria is very interesting, and does all kinds of other stuff. We don't have time for that right now. That's just the lesser invoking ritual, the pentagram by itself. But it's very solid, very nice and tight, works well, and this does the divine with the divine names. We're using the divine names, and then we go from the divine into the briatic or the creative, which is the archangels. So then we invoke the archangels around us, and then by that point we have what we've got here, and the octahedron is formed by the god names, and you've already then by that point got your pentagons and pentagrams, or your pentagrams up and flaming, and when the archangels are invoked, it locks in the structure of the hypercube. So you've got this octahedron spinning in the middle, and it forms like an old typewriters, the ball typewriters. It would spin up and punch the page, you know, Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, and it's spinning around and pumping, you know, the burning letters. You can, if you get real good, you can visualize each one of these, each one of the faces of the octahedron, which is above the bomos, or the altar in the center of the sacred space. Has a flaming Hebrew letter, and it comes out of each of the faces of the octahedron in the center, and just burns itself into the middle here. And once that's going, you got a nice steady flow going, and then you've got the divine and the briatic from the lerp, or the lesser pentagram, and then in the M.P.P. to complete it, you have to do across the elements stabilizes all the energy, and it's like a demarcation. You're going from one world to the next, and every time you do a cross, so you start the rite with a cross, then you do the lerp, lesser invoking ritual pentagram, then another cross, then the middle pillar, which is the Yitzharatic realm, or the astral, and vivifies and makes us link with your centers and your chakras. On the Tree of Life, you ignite your aura and become a middle pillar. And then you do the Caduceus, which brings it from the astral into the physical of the DNA, where it can make changes in the DNA in a balanced, astrally structured Metaxic monad, a hookup. So it's pretty cool. There you've got it. This is Michael Morgan, and it'll probably have to be part 2, but I hope you enjoyed it. And agape. We'll see you on part 2 of the metaprogramming protocol and the Metaxic monad of the 5th Way Mystery School. Out.